Right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Okay, um, since this is our second last topic, what I'm trying to plan is we finish our syllabus first, okay, for this week, and then we come out with our midterm test as I mentioned to you all because I try to help you. Of course, I will give like multiple choice questions and also maybe some structured question, but I still indicate I want to indicate whether which is the most appropriate uh, format to help you all, huh? Okay, but that one is okay, you just focus on the submission. I already this morning given and end up the submission for Dropbox individual assignment and also group assignment. So I hope you can focus on that first, and then we will do for our midterm test letter. Okay. Alright, so topic 11 is about innovation and change. Okay, as you can see, the strategic role of change. Okay, the organization must run fast. Okay, to keep up with the changes taking place all around them. Of course, when we're talking about the rule of changes itself. Okay, so we are talking about something that could be where people need change. Okay, because people need to do improvement, right? So do with the organization too. So people must have some improvement to be made. So that's why the people who are working in the organization have to make sure that the organization have also to run and also keep pace together with the changes. Alright. So the today's organization must keep themselves open to the continuous innovation to survive. So in Japanese culture, this is what they encourage because when time to time, even though it's called as 0.001% of the changes, it's still change. Okay, so that's why when we have the continuous innovation, we have the certain that we call as kaizen. That is the kanban. Sorry. It called as the process in Japanese is um forgot the terms. Okay, continuous improvement. Okay, also known as some of we call as benchmark. Okay, the benchmark that we have to achieve, we have to uh, go. Okay, because to make sure that continuous improvement. Actually, I need to seeking for the words. Okay, for the Japanese term. Um, we are talking about the continuous improvement. Okay, and they have three types of the change. We have episodic change, continuous change, and also disruptive change. Okay, change has become the norm today. This is been stated in the text, saying that the change have become the norm for something that regularly and frequently practiced in the organization. Alright, so the forces driving the need for the major organizational change. We do have global changes, competition, and markets, as you can see from here. Um, we do have technological change, international economic integration, economic growth, recession, and we have sovereign state and also Arab Spring, rise of the BRIC country. Rise of BRIC country is referring to Brazil, Russia, India, and also China. So this is all developing countries, okay. And as you can see from the diagram here, they do have more trades and also opportunities, whereby the more trade is come from more domestic competition, whereas from one country to one company, they have very intense competition, and then they also increase some speed, and also they expanded the international competition. For the more opportunities, they goes with the bigger markets, and then they have fewer barriers and more international market. So basically, when we're talking about the environmental demand for change, they have three types just now we mentioned. So episodic is more on managed change, which will respond with the technical and structural change as needed. So we have to make sure that every single of the technical, let's say, is involving like we have software, hardware that we implemented in one organization, let's say new products, okay, uh, they have to make sure that this have some response toward what they want to needed, okay. And for the continuous change, the goal is to embrace the change, and they use R&D, okay, R&D, research and development, to build flow of the new product and services. And the last one, in terms of disruptive change, the plan is for the transformation of the culture and the way of doing business. So from these three, disruptive is the most frequent changes, okay, or I can say is more biggest impact, okay, to the organization, because it's about major transaction, about major transformation of the changes. Huh? Alright, so there is a strategic types of the change. I do not know what is this, why it is in here. Okay. So we do have a leadership vision. Here we have technology, product and services, strategy and structure, and also the culture. So under strategic types of the change, okay, we do have many, okay, of the technology, okay. When someone, one organization, they want to have some new technology, of course, they will try to encourage it, especially their employees, to learn about this technology, because if we implement ataupun we do buy maybe like apps or maybe software or hardware, and all of a sudden the employees still have IT illiterate using that one, okay, to use the hardware, okay, to use the application, to use some software, there will be a problem to that. And for the product and services, is goes with how we want to make sure that this product and services have changes, okay. So we need some the stages in marketing we call as product innovation. Okay, so through product innovation, they do some research and development. They do something like market survey to know what is the trending nowadays about the product and services. Okay, and for the strategy and structure, we are talking about how does this change can have, maybe for example, implementing in terms of the strategy on low cost. At the same time, we can say like profits and also low cost efficiency, or maybe we can say like in terms of differentiation strategy, or maybe we can say in terms of the accessible or achievable of what is the term, how you want to make sure that you can respond to the market as well. So that is one of in terms of the accessible of the product and services itself. And also we also talking about the structure, okay, whether the structure of the organization, whether they are more on mechanistic structure, or maybe it goes with the organic structure, okay. And the last one, we're talking about the culture. Culture is the most prevailing factor among these among these four, because we are talking about how different, okay, from one company to the company, to make sure that easily blend and mix, okay. And of course all these factors will be affected towards the international environment, which is close to the market itself. Right, so uh, we move to the next one. In terms of the elements of the successful change, what is the elements? Okay, we have three bolded words in here, terms. Okay, the first one is organizational change. Okay, so organizational change is the adoption of the new idea or behavior by an organization. So when we're talking about this thing, okay, you are really 100% adopting the new idea, okay, new idea or behavior. So in this case, when we're talking about adoptions of the new idea or behavior, um, somehow we are trying to put in the circumstances that how we want to react towards the certain situation. Because we're talking about organization that change itself. Okay? And of course, they say in terms of the new idea or behavior by the organization, whereas for the organizational innovation is the adoption of idea or behavior that is new to the organization's industry, market, or general environment. After this, we look into the examples. So in here, we're talking about the innovation itself, how we want to innovate the products, how we want to innovate the services, in order to equip the market demand industry and also general environment. And the last one, we have the change process within the organization to scaffold the innovation and the new ideas regardless of the timing. So we are talking about how does this changes process able to make sure okay they can have in terms of some new changes. Okay, of course they are talking about the timing in here because they said regardless of the timing they have been particularly trending, for example. And the successful changes includes higher and credibility decision to adopt implementation and resources. Of course, the one new thing that we want to come up okay, in the new situation markets or also environment, we have to make sure that we have some creativity involvement in here. Okay, and of course, we need some decision to adopt. Okay, in terms of whether there is a new decision or maybe it's like uh, previous decision have to be made, no? And of course, in terms of the implementation, the good things about this because somehow when we plan, the different planner will have the different implementer, so that is somehow make some the changes become uh, risky because different person will be plan and different person will be implement. And the last one we're talking about the resources. Okay, so we're moving on to the success changes element. So everything that I have explained in the previous slide just now is been put into details under this diagram. Okay, as you can see for the environment part, okay, this is all the suppliers, professional association, consultant, and also the research literature. So these factors is the external environment. Okay, meaning to say the factors that influence how the process of this internal creativity and invention. And if you can see, this is all the stakeholders, which is the customer, competition, legislation, and workforce. This is the factors that influence also to to have the needs of why the reason we have to do the change. Okay, so from the ideas versus come from the suppliers, let's say the professionals association, consultant, and research literature. There there is an idea being derived from that, and then of course the factors will be influence the need because when we want to make something changes, there must be the reason for the changes. So that's why we call as the need. And then in terms of the needs, they also have the perceived problems or the opportunities, and then they have decision to adopt. Okay, what that been actually stated and been consensus by all parties, uh, and then it will be implemented. And of course, at the same time, if you see the number five resources, they will be have some interconnected with all these diagram. It's within organization itself. Okay, all right. So technology change. Okay, what is technology? The new things. Okay, mechanism, trending. What else? That we use in order to make sure that the world become more fast-paced. Something like uh, globalization, because globalization and technology is okay, technology is the key driver of the organizational change. So change is easily embraced by the organization with the empowered employees. So when you have some skills of the empowering of the employees itself, they can see how the best method they can use tools in order to easier. Okay, so that's why um, in this kind of situation, technology is very important, especially due to the kind of situation COVID-19, right? We have technology is number one right now, then as a part of needing to everyone. And innovative organizations are flexible and free-flowing with the oriented workforce. So when we are working in this kind of technology, you see how the way how or the way of our organization itself is very flexible. You don't need to come to class. You have to just ready in front of your laptop or your headset. Okay, and then when the time is to log in into and you have to register into your classes, then you can start and the learning can be done. So there will be pro and cons. Of course, like me, I still in my part, okay, I still agree that I more preferred on because we have started with you all with face-to-face class, right? So of course, in terms of face-to-face, is more, I can say like I really satisfied when I'm doing my face-to-face class compared to have this online. I didn't say that I'm not satisfied with this online because I feel it. Okay, when the student in the classes, okay, when the student is with me, you can see the reaction of the students. Like this, we do not know. Even though I'm sharing my video lecture in here, I do not know whether you are really view it, whether you are really listen to it. Okay, so it can be just based on the trust. Okay, if you want to learn, you want to study, just go for it, right? So if you don't want to study, you don't bother after all. Even though I have done around 11 or 12 topic everything, if you don't have the intention to study, you don't bother about that one, right? So I believe that I keep positive and optimistic that my students keep in check with me because some of you are already done your group assignment. Also, individual assignment very good. You are not waiting for the deadline. Okay, even though the deadline is this week, right? So you still have that patience. Keep asking questions. So I that's why I say I keep optimist and positive to my students. Okay, and then the last one, mechanistic structure, stifle innovation and focus on the rules and regulation. So I told you just now, okay, because we are in the structure of the kinds of whether you are in the organic or you are in the mechanistic structure of organization. If you are innovative, mostly you are go more on organic, okay, structure organization. But if you are mechanistic organization, mostly you are just influenced by these kinds of very rigid rules. Okay, so that is I didn't say it's impossible, but it can be possible that this mechanistic organization you can go and flows with the innovation, but it takes time compared to the innovative organization or organic organization because organization that involve in organic structure they are more quick and adapt to changes in a short period. Mereka boleh uh, kita kata mencapai ataupun membuat perubahan dalam masa jangka yang cepat compared to the mechanistic itself. Okay, so this is what my opinion, my point of view. Okay, so ambidextrous organization incorporate structure and management processes that are appropriate for innovation. So as you can see from here, we have the red color is general manager and the blue color is creative department, organic structure, and then if you can see they used to flows to the using department which is mechanistic structure, exploit the capabilities proven applications of the new ideas. So creative department they are more explorer, they are more the one who want to develop new ideas, innovators, but mostly like mechanistic structure they are more on applicable, they just apply to what is they want to do, okay, because that is a routine job, so they're very rigid, no? Alright, and then techniques for encouraging in terms of technology changes. Okay, I don't know what is this, but it's they keep yeah, this the thing. Okay, the really last or not this box, okay, sorry, okay, techniques for encouraging technology change. We do have switching structures. Okay, create an organic structure. And maybe you have to turn back to the first topic that we can differentiate between what is organic structure versus mechanistic structure. So you will have the switching structure, and then the second one we have creative departments, department for innovation. And then the third one, we have the venture tips, a small company within the organization. And the fourth one, corporate entrepreneurship, promote entrepreneurial spirit. And the last one, bottom up approach, useful ideas come from people and then you work. So this is what we call as the some part. Okay, some part that we have to know that the difference of how do we techniques to encourage more on the technological changes. So yeah, okay, the term, why I keep silent. Okay, you see, they have 5 terms in here, so I hope that you can have a keyword here to make sure that you remember. Um, what is related to the technology advances itself. Okay, and new product and services. Okay, the failure rate for the new food product is about 70 to 80%. Okay, so producing products that fail is a part of the business. Okay, so um, why? Okay, they say increase because in terms of the failure rates. Okay, the new product and services and failure rate for the new product is around 70 to 80%, because this product mostly they come from the market research. Okay, the market survey. So they have to make sure that they used to have like the acceptance of the market. Okay, from the buyer itself. Okay, and then producing product that is fair is part of the business. Okay, so it's not easy to say that yeah, every single of the particular product will be successful. So that's why they have to make sure that each product have some awareness and acceptance. That's the reason. So to make sure that it is not fail, that's why as the marketers or the entrepreneurs, they have to make sure they do very assessing in terms of the market survey, because from the result of the market survey we can know that uh, the reason why a certain product can be accepted or not accepted by the customer. And the reason for the success, mostly innovative companies understand the customer. Yeah, because in here we have to make sure that the customer can easily be understood what is actually this product all about, and whether this product is being made to fulfill the demand of the customer. There's a difference between that the marketers and producers doing a product just for the sake to do the business without realizing what is the needy ataupun what is the need from the customer. Okay, and innovating companies successfully use technology. Of course, when we're talking about uh, the innovating companies, mostly they can align, okay, together with the technology as well, because they know what is the hook and the crook. Okay, they know what is a hit and fail. They know what actually the factor can boost in terms of how when I use the technology is more better, is more effective. Okay, and the last one, top management supports innovation, of course, because we are talking about how does it can have some innovation, because of course a good company, they will have some, they will portray the innovation something like some evolutions of the new thing. Okay, you remember or not, during this COVID-19, before COVID-19, even the street food hawker, okay, they do not have any kinds of mechanism to expand their business. But even like I remember my trainer last week saying what he said, even like mama chendors, okay, restaurants, okay, they do now compared to like franchising. We know like franchising like KFC, McDonald's and so forth. They do have some part in order to do like this kind of involvement, okay, in like using Grab food to food panda, bungkus seat and everything. But after this COVID, but after currently this COVID, you can realize some of the innovations towards the food, okay, producer become something like wow, expanding by using this kind of the technology. So that's why uh technology nowadays with the food, okay, producer or new product, even new food product and innovations, so it will become a part of it. The process of the value chain is a part of it. Okay, there can be uh, the customer can be noticing or awareness towards your new product without a second to using this technology. And horizontal coordination model, we are talking about the specialization, the boundary spanning, horizontal coordination, and also open innovation. So this is how the horizontal coordination model goes to. Okay, I think this one they have more explanation on this. Okay, so this is the new product success rate. Okay, as you can see from here, how to read this diagram is from top to the bottom. So it's come from the 100 ideas first. Okay, so this is done by um, research, okay, on the tech ventures. Okay, so um, start with the 100 ideas first, and then they have 33 projects, and then they do have 28 passport testing, and they do also 24 fully commercialized, and the last one 14 succeed in the marketplace. Right. So what is this? Okay, so this is the horizontal coordination that our nation has now. They start with the environment, they have technology development, and then the organization, they do have general managers. This is all the value chain, yeah? Supply chain, R&D department, marketing department, and also production department. Okay. So and they do have some coordinations, and the last one they do have the customer needs. Right. So achieving the competitive advantage, they need for speed. Okay. The rapid development of the new product and services can be the major strategy weapon. Uh, but when you are access to the rapid development, right, they can have a very strategic weapon because this is the key to success. And time-based competition meaning delivering the product and services faster than competitors. Okay, compare between um, food, panda, okay, or maybe other kinds of the food delivery in terms of the time-based competition. And many companies use the fast cycle games to support highly important projects. So this is talking about how the management team in terms of the production team, how they can able to make sure that they can survive to cope with the needs of their suppliers or their customers. Okay, and the strategy and the structure change. Okay, organization needs to change strategies, structure, processes, and procedure more often to adapt, and many organizations are preparing for more change by cutting out the layers. Cutting out the layers meaning to say from all the hierarchy of the structure organization maybe one layer is much better rather than to have more bureaucracy of authority, power. And then number two, we have decentralizing decision making. So decentralized means to say from the top management giving the authority to the bottom line to give some decision making. And then the third one, shift towards the horizontal structure. As I mentioned before, compare horizontal to vertical. Okay, is more on the horizontal structures, and then empower teams and workers, so giving some the authority and decision making in the team to make decisions. So you're not just rely to the top management to go on it. And the next one, virtual network strategies, meaning to say you try to using other kinds of the strategy to have like what we call another term is uh, just modern example, maybe like blue ocean strategies. Okay, so you can use this kind of virtual network. Okay, maybe you can just also still implement command and goals by using virtual. Even you are in another geographical distress and mass, but you still can give your command, and incorporating e-business. So this is what we call so indirectly, when we have incorporation with the e-business, B2C, C2C, C2B, so it's all derived in this kind of the cycle things, right? And we have the word call approach to the organization change. You read this or not? They have left and right here. So at the right cases, they have technology, innovation, desire, and the left one is more on management structure. So the directions of change in terms of the top down. So this is a mostly traditional management structure from the top to the bottom, and from the bottom to up is goes to the technology. Okay, so example of the change is more on strategy, downsizing, and structure. For the technology, they are more on production techniques. In terms of the techniques, more on workflow. So for the best organization design for change, of course, for the management structure is more mechanistic, therefore the technology is more on organic. Okay, so we look into the organization design for implementing management change. So change is related to the restructuring and downsizing. Uh, how, however, we need to chill about this issue. Okay, restructuring and downsizing is a very painful to everyone, right? Because it's talking about the human feelings when you are being not used anymore, so you are being thrown away by the company, even though you are already, you know, almost one decade in that company. So at the last, you are being restructured, and then you are the one might be thrown. And I say that throw away is currently like a very harsh words, right? But you are being not used anymore, and they implement like a LIFO concept, last in first out. So it based on this thing, and of course this will be very painful, and the management should be very quick and authoritative and also humane. So it depends. Sometimes the decision have to be made, and even though it's painful, but we have to survive. So whether you want to wait for your work is not being paid for multiple months, or you just stay because you are patient to wait as long as you have the job. So which one you want? Of course we want our pay, right? So uh, like this COVID, post COVID 19, okay, there is a lot of the company right now is handling and also facing this kind of problem. When I'm talking to you right now, also I feel like a painful on that, because everybody are in difficulties life right now, right? They have to survive, at the same time they have to work. Okay, they have many commitment. They have to take care about their family, so everything have to be done in a very proper manner, right? And yeah, mostly we are like comfortable. We are very what to say, to to give like a good life, a good things, a good food, a good school, everything to their to their children, right? But in other way around, it will become very difficult right now. Those breadwinners who are most people giving like tuition fees, or maybe give pocket money every morning, there will be like having this kind of due to the effect after being downsized or being restructured by the company, right? So the successful change managers are fast and focused to implement change. You can do some resistance to downsizing and restructure, but at the same time, maybe you have to come up with the idea how they want to survive. Okay, so how to make sure that these employees can survive. Maybe you have some uh, another plan for them after they exit from your company. Maybe you can introduce them to the companies that need them, even though it's maybe from management work to the manual work, for example. So it's okay as long that they still can survive with the kind of the job. Okay, and what is the process of the culture change? So they will be have the three factors in here. We have re-engineering and horizontal organization, diversity, and the learning organizations. So in the organization development, OD is OD, organization development, cultural change in interventions of large group intervention, team building, and also interdepartmental activities. So I wanted to refer to your text in here, okay, because under this OD they have lots of lengthy explanation on how does the large group intervention able to make sure that the company can have some changes, okay, and how does the team building able to ensure that the company able to have some this management of organization development, and also interdepartmental interdepartmental activity also able to influence in terms of their change intervention. So I hope that you can ask me what page is that. Okay? So under topic 11, huh? Yeah, it's under page 447. Okay, 447, and you can see um they said here example, the global furniture retailer IKEA used the large group intervention approach to completely reconceptualize how the company operates. So they use some example from IKEA here, and the team building, because team building mostly you are working like brainstorming the idea, so you have changes of idea and how to improvise in the settings of the area of the work activity. And for the interdepartmental activity, we do have some example in here. United Health Group, the nation's largest health insurer. Okay, so to make sure that how one of the most powerful company in the healthcare industry has used body intervention to build a more human and also collaborative environment at the giant company. So you can refer to page 447 and 448 on that. And the change curve here is referring to the peak of how does term of the leadership for change. So if you can see at the axis X here, it's shown morale, and for the axis Y it shows the time and the peak of expectation and realizations of the difficulty and complexity of change is there, and the light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, see how the way it is, and uh, yeah, the time is used by the time on that, right? How the change of is very, you can see this change curve also. I very painful curve because we're talking about the changes of your people from one time to one time. So you have to restructure, and demoralize all these people to work. Motivation of work will be looked down, will be totally decreased due to this uh, restructuring, right? Okay, and then the barriers to change. What is the limitation? Okay, number one, um, excessive the focus on cost. Okay, because why do we say we have to change? Okay, but the change cannot be done because of course it's about budget, right? Excessive focus on cost, so the company are able to fulfill our demand proposal everything because due to the budget. Okay, and then the failure to perceive benefits. Okay, so in terms of this is some of the rigid management thinking. Okay, they are too stigmatized to see that the benefits of change, they can't see it because they are too rigid with what they are thinking. Okay, so they still ongoing with their what is their proposal, what is their and the shortcut will be say that they are more egoism, they are more uh, self-esteem, okay, to do that changes. So that's why they can't see the benefits, okay. And in another third factor is the lack of coordination and cooperation. We do want to do change, but we don't get the cooperation, so there will be also the problem. And the fourth one, uncertainty avoidance. So we see it from here. The avoidance can be done, okay, but we can't see the certainty. Okay, so uh, there will become a limitation towards the change. And the last one, fear of loss. So fear of loss is here. They was thinking that when we do change, there will be total loss on that. So they have some. That's why I said the stigma is, and they are thinking they didn't see the optimism of the change. They don't see the particular of the benefits of change. So that's why they are fear of the loss. So they still maintain and legit what the kinds of the plan that have been derived maybe 10 years ago. Example, okay? So leadership for change. 80% of the successful innovative company have the top leaders who reinforce the value and importance of innovations. So transformation leadership is well suited for leading change. So I might say I'm sorry agreed to this statement, especially the last one, because transformational leadership is more on empathy leadership. Okay, they are talking into what kind of the leadership that you have to be trusted to your employees itself and how your employees feel and how the way you can command at the same time you know what they are doing. So that is transformational leadership. So the techniques for change implementation. Okay, number one, we have to establish a sense of urgency for change. Bear in mind when you do change, there must be a reason we have to do the quick changes. Because if we might be lost of that what we call duration and the period, we will be like frog under the leaf. Okay, So when we're talking about this thing, we have to follow the time rules. Okay, what goes first, you have to goes by two. So looking into the urgency is very important. Kena ada kecepatan dan betapa urgentnya perlunya ada perubahan tersebut. Especially when we involve like in terms like life, example, right? Life, fatality ke dan sebagainya. Okay. And number two, establish a correlation to guide the change. Correlation is here, we're talking about some procedure. We need some rules, time, we need some base, okay? SOP, let's have example, standard of procedure, how we want to do the changes. Okay, let's say it verbally, you have to put into the written statement and push everybody to do this kind of the changes. It takes time, it will be have some argument on that, but at least we can prove it. That's why we need SOP. And then the third one, creates a vision and strategy for change. Of course, when you want to do the change, you need to know what is the goal. So, of course, the goal, of course, the future goal, and to make sure that the strategy is aligned with the goals, right? And the fourth one, find an idea that fits the needs. So, when you do changes, it's not for the sake for the certain people. So, do changes for all. Okay, when you say all for one, one for all, right? So it have to fit with the need. And the last one, we not last one, number five, it should be develop plans to overcome the resistance. Of course, when you do plan, of course there will be some of the contingency planning. So this contingency planning is actually one of the plan to overcome the resistance. Okay, if you do have plan A, you should have plan B, C, D, and E until Z to make sure that the plan can be overcome. So you will be not stuck and pending and delayed in the middle of you are doing the changes. And the sixth one, create the change team. So we need some team, okay, that can do some changes. So maybe ad hoc team in order to do some change management, okay, or maybe change plan, or any kinds of the term you can use, innovative and uh, development team, for example, organization and development team. So they have many teams on that. And number seven, foster the idea champions. Champion in here, not you are the one man show or one the hero, but the idea that be accepted by all and benefit to all. That is a champion, not only for the sake for the certain people. Alright. So we go to the techniques for overcoming this resistance. Number one, alignment with the needs and goals of the user. Kena align lah. You already do some balancing, of course you do alignment, okay? And then number two, communication and training. Frequently to have this communication, two-way communication, to make sure that the communication will not far away understood, and of course they have also the training. And the third one, an environment with the psychological safety. So we have to make sure it's aligned with what we call as safety and health issues, especially we're talking about the human base, morality, emotion, and then participation and improvement. You have to urge everybody cooperation, especially your participation, and you can go together with their involvement. And the last one, forcing and coercion. Okay. Um, yeah, actually, I don't particularly agree on the fifth one, but if let's say, okay, when you are using this enforcing action, sometimes people rebel, you know, rebel tahu tak? You will merontak, you follow, but at the same time, you will be have some rebellion in your heart, in your internal emotion. So indirectly you will become like other effect. Okay, people, maybe your employees start to what we call rebel in terms of they not come to work, they start to absent to work, they late for coming to work, they not meet deadline, and they become like not committed towards their work. So this is one. Okay, if let's see in the kinds of the working environment. Okay, and last but not